In the most simplest way, strong relationships help you through very difficult times. But strong relationships can be very hard to find and often take a lot of time. With the tool we are about to explain, you will be able to begin to develop a strong relationship. In this tool, you're going to have a conversation with someone else and treat them as if they are the most fascinating person in the world. You will act like a journalist, ask them questions, and you will fully listen to what they have to say. As humans, we tend to ignore what the other person has to say in hopes of thinking about what to say next. Without interjecting with comments about yourself, you will have a conversation completely about the other person, and then you will switch. These questions can consist of whatever topic you'd like, but the strength of the bond formed relies on how deep your questions are. The effectiveness of this tool also increases as your vulnerability increases, so don't be afraid to let your guard down. Here is an example.
What has been your biggest challenge growing up?
So I think my biggest challenge growing up has been access to quality education and access to quality opportunities. I think when you're in a context where you feel like you have a lot to offer, but you have limited room to display that potential, it can become a bit frustrating. So that's been my biggest challenge.
How do you think it's shaped your life so far?
I think it's definitely taught me to be a lot more sort of persistent and aware of my privilege. What's the biggest lesson you've learned growing up?
The biggest lesson I've learned growing up, I think, would be the fact that everything will be okay in the end. My parents are unfortunately undocumented, so that has led to problems with the law. Um, However, I think in the end, it has not only made me stronger, but taught me the lesson that um, everything will be okay, although it may not seem like it is in the moment.
And how do you apply the lesson that everything will work out in the end to your daily life?
Especially with school right now, I feel like it has been a little bit hard. So, just being in that mindset where I'm stressed or anxious, um, keeping the fact that everything will be okay in mind has helped me to move forward and move past those difficulties.
While this conversation may seem daunting, truly connecting and listening to someone can form deep trust and therefore stronger relationships. Doing this over Zoom may seem a little awkward. Doing this outside of Zoom may also seem a little awkward, but that's okay. In this tool, it is important to remain open and honest. Here are a few conversation starters for you to get started. Where did you grow up? How did you grow up? What's your biggest fear? While these questions may seem hard, the goal is to be your most authentic self, and by allowing the other person to truly see you, they will be more open to showing you their authentic self.